Carlos Alcaraz's latest triumph at Roland Garros didn't just add another trophy to his growing collection, it sent a message to the entire tennis world, and especially to one man, Jannik Sinner. The Coupe des Mousquetaires was lifted high over Alcaraz's head once again, but what might matter just as much is the psychological edge he continues to build in one of the most intense rivalries of the modern era. The Spaniard now leads their Lexus ATP head-to-head 8-4. More importantly, he's beaten Sinner 5 times in a row. That's not a fluke. That's a pattern. That's dominance. Since the start of the 2024 season, Jannik Sinner has only lost 8 matches. 5 of those have come at the hands of Carlos Alcaraz. Let that sink in. The Italian, who has played near-perfect tennis across most of the calendar, has one recurring problem he can't solve: Carlitos. And it's not because Sinner's lacking anything. He's got the tools. He's got the poise. He's got the big match temperament. But against Alcaraz, something happens. The momentum tilts. The scoreboard tightens. The moments get cruel. At Roland Garros, it happened again. 5 sets. 5 hours. A showcase of tennis that left the Paris crowd breathless. But when it mattered most, when it was time to close the deal, Alcaraz rose. Sinner blinked. And that's becoming the story of this rivalry. But don't write Sinner off. He's not going anywhere. If anything, this string of losses may just be the fire he needs to level up one more time. Because when he talks about the final, you can feel the hunger behind the heartbreak. It's good to see that we can produce also tennis like this, Sinner said post-match. It's good for the whole movement of tennis and the crowd. It was a good atmosphere today, and also to be part of it, it's very special. But then came the twist. Of course, I'm happy to be part of this. I would be even more happy if I would have here the big trophy. That's the pain of being second best on the day. He was close. Again. And he knows it. But what's fascinating is how these patterns mimic the rivalries of tennis past. Djokovic vs. Nadal. Federer vs. Nadal. McEnroe vs. Connors. They all had these patches, where one man got into the other's head and racked up win after win. Djokovic beat Nadal 7 times in a row across 2011 and 2012. Nadal did the same to Federer during his early clay court domination. These are legends who took turns dealing with pain before learning how to return it. Sinner might be in that pain phase right now. But don't be surprised if the story flips. He's 23 years old. Alcaraz is 22. We could be watching a rivalry that spans a decade or more. The fact that they've already given us multiple classics before they even hit their prime. That's not normal. That's special. And that's why this Roland Garros final mattered beyond the trophy. It added another layer to the narrative. A 5-match win streak in a head-to-head might not seem like a big deal, until you consider the names involved. When Djokovic did it to Nadal, it altered tennis history. When Nadal did it to Federer, it redefined the clay court hierarchy. What Alcaraz is doing to Sinner right now, it's in that same category. And this final might be remembered as the moment the streak became mental as much as technical. Because make no mistake, Sinner played well. He had match points. He served for the title. He was there. But Alcaraz played better. More importantly, he believed deeper. He stayed composed. He executed under fire. And that's where rivalries are won. Yes, the stats say 8-4 in Alcaraz's favor. But the real number that echoes loudest: 5 straight wins. That's a pattern, a streak, a problem. And Sinner knows it. Will it become a defining part of their rivalry? That depends on how he responds. If he breaks through next time, we'll talk about this stretch as part of the build-up to a classic balance of power. If Alcaraz keeps winning, it risks becoming psychological baggage for the Italian. And rivalries are delicate like that. Every match becomes a data point in a bigger story. Every final a potential shift in narrative. But one thing is certain: Alcaraz vs. Sinner is the rivalry of the future. And if their Roland Garros battle is any indication, we're in for a golden era. Tennis has its headline act. The stage is set. The script is being written. And Carlos Alcaraz just added another emphatic chapter.